Let's talk about music streaming services. Right now, I've got about 4 active subscriptions to 4 different services. If that seems a little excessive, you're right. But there's actually a lot more streaming services out there. According to trusty Wikipedia, there's more than 30 music streaming services out there that have a multi-country presence. So how is one supposed to decide which one to go with? Well, it's both a complicated and a simple answer at the same time. See, while there is a lot of choice out there, most people simply go with one of a handful of options. The music streaming industry started to take off around 2010 and has since then sort of matured into a winner takes most type of market. The big players with the majority of market share are Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music. There's a very high likelihood that you are subscribed to one of the 4 services that I just mentioned. But have you ever stopped for a second to take a look and see what's on the other side of the fence? How does Apple Music compare to Spotify? And how does Amazon Music compare to YouTube Music? There are so many ways that you can compare these different services. The truth is, your preference for music service will usually come down to something subjective. Some people are extremely loyal to the streaming service that they have, and some people jump around quite a bit. But just to keep things simple, I'm going to compare these 4 music streaming services across 4 major decision-making factors. They are selection. How many songs are available and from what genres? Listening experience and availability. In what ways can you listen to your music? Music browsing and discovery. What's the usability like and how easy is it to discover new music? Price. Hey, sometimes cost is the most important factor. What is the cost of these services? We've got a lot to talk about, so let's jump in. Let's start with selection. Spotify is the oldest of the services. They started several years before the rest of these streaming services, so they've had time to build up a pretty impressive collection. They've got a lot of deals with music labels in place. Altogether, they have somewhere north of 70 million songs, which is kind of crazy to think there are even that many songs in existence. Now, even though Apple launched several years after Spotify, they've actually been in the music game a lot longer. Remember, they came up with iTunes, the iPod, and they democratized low-cost music by working with music labels to introduce the 99-cent song download through the iTunes store, which they ran for more than a decade and a half before launching Apple Music. Long story short, Apple Music also has 70+ million songs. These two are really the leaders when it comes to selection. Amazon Music is a bit more complicated. See, they also have somewhere around 70 million songs, or wait a minute, no, they only have 2 million songs. Actually, that's the difference between Amazon Music and Amazon Music Unlimited. Amazon offers a free music service to their Prime subscribers, which is where the 2 million songs come in. If you want the most selection, you have to upgrade to Amazon Music Unlimited. Now again, 2 million songs, that's a lot of songs. You might be thinking, how could anyone ever get bored with over 2 million songs? Well, I can tell you, I've used Amazon Music without the unlimited part, and it can get boring pretty quickly. The new music you're looking for, it's not there. The back catalogs of your favorite artists, not there. From my experience, I think Amazon designed an algorithm that specifically chose the most middle-of-the-road music catalog that would almost universally be unappealing and therefore make you want to upgrade to unlimited. Maybe you're someone with middle-of-the-road music taste that will get along just fine on the free tier, but it really left me feeling underwhelmed. YouTube Music is a bit behind when it comes to selection. They've got about 30 million songs on their platform. That said, if you're not scouring back catalogs and rare old albums, you should be totally fine here. You're definitely going to get the new stuff from all genres. Now, let's dive into the listening experience. When I say listening experience, I don't mean the audio quality. Generally, all 4 of these services are going to have fairly indistinguishable levels of audio quality. If you're looking for the absolute highest quality music streaming, you're going to want to check out a service that's not actually on my list, which is Tidal. Tidal offers lossless audio, which gives you the same or better quality as actually buying the CD of the album from your favorite artist. The key here is the equipment you're listening on needs to be just as good. If you're using a Bluetooth speaker or some cheap headphones, the actual streaming quality will not make a difference whatsoever. You need more high cost, high quality gear to take advantage of what Tidal has to offer. No, I'm talking about the overall satisfaction level that you get from factors like song loading speed and the availability to listen on any device you can think of. When it comes to the bitrate or the overall quality, Apple and YouTube Music win because they use the AAC file format and a bitrate of 256 kilobits per second. Spotify streams at a maximum of 160 kilobits per second. However, they also boast a variable bitrate for when you have a poor connection. This is likely more important overall because there is nothing more frustrating than having a song stall out or buffer partway through. And when it comes to availability, listening on any particular device, I'll keep it short. Spotify wins again, hands down. Most of us listen to a ton of music on our phone as well as our computers, but where else do we listen to music? Smart speakers. And you certainly can't listen to Amazon Music on your Google Home or vice versa. When it comes to any given smart speaker, the safe bet is Spotify and Apple Music. What about smart TVs? Spotify has an app for over 14 different TV brands. Apple, on the other hand, works on Samsung TVs, and that's it. Amazon Music is only available on Fire TVs. YouTube Music is technically available to a wider range, but not as its own app. It is integrated into the YouTube app. All of these services, however, are available in the car with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But the one that really gets me is game consoles. Spotify has game consoles locked down. It's the only service that is readily available across Xbox and PlayStation. This is the biggest reason I've used Spotify as my main service for the last several years. Gamers love to listen to music while they play games. The best way to do that is to use the Spotify app on their game system. I would love to see Apple and others get their apps on game consoles to be able to do the same thing. But for now, if you're a gamer, your best choice is Spotify. Spotify has an easy interface that shows you a homepage with a ton of suggestions. They have a rotational playlist that is personalized and refreshes every week called Discover Weekly. They also have a playlist, New Music Friday, which brings you suggested new releases that you might be interested in. Spotify provides daily mixes with artists you've listened to before with 5 different playlists to pick from. And the Spotify desktop app has a 3-pane design. On the left, your playlist and your navigation. In the middle, the browse page to look at suggested content. And on the right, a social pane showing you what your Facebook friends are listening to. Apple Music has a super simple interface. You can play from your library or browse through all of Apple Music. In Apple Music, they have a For You tab, a Browse tab, and a Radio tab. Radio stations are somewhat of a theme in Apple Music. For example, on the For You tab, they have a special radio station designed just for you. It's different from a playlist because playlists have a limited number of songs, whereas stations just keep putting tracks into your queue. Your personal station is personalized programming and one of the key ways to find new music on the service. In the Browse tab, you will get the top charts for your country and global hits. You'll also see prominently displayed new releases and have the ability to dive into more genres from there. Then there's the Radio tab. Apple now runs 3 live internet radio stations. Apple Music One for new music, Apple Music Hits for hit tunes from all decades, and Apple Music Country, which of course is a hugely popular genre. Amazon Music takes a more basic approach. Just like the others, they offer the ability to browse recommended playlists and new music. They offer what they call My Discovery Mix, which is their version of Discover Weekly, updated every Monday. Other than that, it's a lot of playlist recommendations. While I was browsing the app, I noticed they didn't have the ability to browse by mood like the others do. I actually couldn't even find how to browse by genre, so either it's not there or it's well hidden. YouTube Music has a Home tab, an Explore tab, and a Library tab. The Home tab is all about recommendations. They have a bunch of personalized playlists, including including what they call super mixes. They have several personalized playlists for specific moods as well, like chill, focus, and workout. The Explore tab is where you will find all the new songs, the top songs, and the ability to browse by genre and mood. Because it's YouTube, they also have a special focus on music videos as well, and you can browse and watch those in Explore tab. The library allows you to view all of your linked playlists, albums, songs, and artists. Plus, you can see all of your recent activity if you want to go back and listen to something you heard a short while ago. Spotify, Apple, and YouTube all have a student plan for university students that runs for $4.99, and it has the same benefits as the individual plans. For non-student individuals, however, Amazon has the best deal at $7.99, which is a full $2 less than the rest. However, you must be a Prime member to take advantage of that. Otherwise, it's $9.99 like the rest. That said, the majority of households in North America do have Prime anyways, so it's a very good value. Spotify has a special duo plan, which is meant for 2 people, and it runs for about $12.99. As for family plans, they all run at $14.99 except for Spotify, which just raised their price to $15.99. I actually just got an email about the price increase last month. Needless to say, I'm not pleased about having to pay more. Also, a pro tip here: if you're interested in YouTube music, but you also like watching YouTube, go a slightly different direction and just get YouTube Premium. For $11.99 a month, you get ad-free YouTube, which to me is personally a huge value. Plus, YouTube Music is included in your plan. Since I treat YouTube as essentially a video streaming service and I watch several hours every week, to me it's a no-brainer to go this route and get the music service included. If you are deep in the Apple ecosystem, you might actually consider getting an Apple One subscription, which includes music, but also Apple TV Plus, Arcade, and your iCloud storage in one single subscription. The Apple One plans range from $16 to $34 a month, depending on if you want to share it with your family and if you're going to take the option of adding Apple News Plus and Apple Fitness Plus as well. All that being said, there isn't a vast difference in the prices across the board. So what's the best music streaming service? Well, it depends. If you're looking for the best overall compatibility, Spotify is the way to go. You will be hard pressed to find a device that you can't play Spotify on. Like I said before, not having any other options on my game console has kept me on Spotify. I also think they have the best music discovery and browsing. Spotify is also the original music streaming service and the most well known, so you really can't go wrong with it. Apple Music is best for Apple households. You can use it on competing smart speakers from Google and Amazon, but it doesn't have as much device compatibility as Spotify. But if everyone in your household carries an iPhone, I don't think you can go wrong with an Apple Music subscription or even an Apple One subscription. YouTube Music is great for Google households, of course, but also for YouTube fans. I think the YouTube Premium subscription with the inclusion of YouTube Music is incredible value. It's worth it for me just to get rid of ads on YouTube. Amazon Music is the best if you're already a Prime member and you're looking to save a little bit of cash with the plan for $7.99. Otherwise though, I do think they have the weakest offering of the bunch. Like I said near the beginning of the video, there is a ton of factors that go into making the best decision on a streaming service for yourself. It is somewhat subjective and it comes down to personal preference. There's no music streaming service that's the absolute winner in every category, and so you're just gonna have to make the right choice for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button so others can also find it, and subscribe for more Technology Paul. I post videos every single Friday. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.